Hey, what's up, everybody? We're gonna do a random live Q&A. So ask your questions, and let's see if we can get some good questions, good comments here, and let's see. Let's make something happen. Let's make something happen. Yeah, if anybody has any questions or whatever, I will post it on the screen, and we'll do a. Or if somebody wants to join this live stream. I don't. One second here. Let me see if I can. Okay, so I got the link here. So copy the link. Let me see if I can post a link. Let me see if I can post a link. All right, hang on. Uh, okay, so I posted the link in the chat. So if you want to join, if anybody wants to join, they can. Yeah, you can. All right, one second here. I got multiple windows opened here. Let me close some windows. Okay, we got somebody who wants to join. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Hello, Adam Salam. Salam, can you hear me? Okay, he's left the thing, or he's left the room. All right, hang on one second. Let me see if some other people. All right, Absalom, I can see your questions and your comments. Let's just wait till some other people join, and then we will go from there. All right, let's just wait a little bit, and then we will go from there. Maybe some other people want to join, or maybe other people have some Q&A or something like that, or have some questions that need to be answered, etc., etc. So let's just wait till they come on, and then we will go from there. Yeah, just give me just let's just wait a minute so other people can join the Q&A, or if anybody wants to join wants to come on stage, they can come on stage, ask their questions, have their comments heard, etc., etc. So just give me a minute. Just give me a minute or two, Adam Solano. Let's wait till some other people like join on the chat, etc. Okay, whatever. I'll just address Adam Salam's questions, since I don't think any. It's going to take a while for people to realize that I'm live and to join. So it's going to take them a little bit. So I might as well just answer his questions right now. Okay. He says, "What are your thoughts on Daniel versus Sam Shamoun debate on Islam versus Christianity?" Well, first of all, why is someone like Daniel Hiketichu debating some low-life, wife-beating scumbag like Sam Shamoun? I mean, why are Muslim apologists wasting their time with this wife beater Assyrian asshole Sam Shamoun? I mean, Sam Shamoun is not worth anybody's time. Like literally, the man needs to be ignored. So why is Daniel H debating somebody like Sam Shamoun? I was forced into debating Sam Shamoun by David Wood. David Wood forced me to debate Sam Shamoun, but to David Wood's credit, David Wood told Sam Shamoun to shut up multiple times and let me talk. So like nobody should debate Sam Shamoun. The man is so disgusting, vile, and so disgraced that no Muslim should waste their time debating him, let alone being on the same platform as him. So Daniel Hikichu and Ijaz messed up here because they wasted their time debating a scumbag or a disgrace like Sam Shamoun. Like nobody should debate Sam. I don't know why Muslim apologists keep giving him attention. It's like it causes more problems when you give him attention. Like don't give Sam Shamoun attention. Don't debate him. Don't argue with him. Don't argue with him on his channel. Like don't like don't give don't give Sam Shamoun attention, because when you give him attention, you encourage more of his stupidity and more of his stupid behavior, or more of his retarded behavior. So just don't ignore Sam Shamoun. I mean, I don't know, I don't know, what my thoughts are on that. I just felt like Daniel and Ijaz wasted their time dealing with Shamoun, since his arguments have already been refuted over and over and over again. And what's hilarious is Christians are taking that debate out of context and saying Sam Shamoun won. So that's how pathetic they are. They have to keep taking things out of context and declare, Shamoun the victor without uh, giving the full context of the debate. Who do you think won the debate? I don't care who won the debate. First of all, you shouldn't be debating someone like Sam Shamoun. Like everybody needs to ignore him. Everybody needs to know that he is a wife beater. He has serious mental health problems. He is probably bipolar. Probably. I don't know if that's accurate or not. That's what I heard, that he has some disorder called bipolar disorder. He can't control his emotions. He is a wife beater. He is a daughter beater, and he is a abuse. He is an abuser. He is a clown who cannot form a logical argument not only against Islam but for Christianity. He has no good arguments against Islam, and he has no good arguments for Christianity. So why are we wasting our time with this? Why are we wasting our time with this wife beater? Like Sam Shamoun's legacy will go down not on his Christian apologetics, but because of his divorce and his um in the fact that he beat up his wife. He beat up his ex-wife. So Shamoun's legacy will be focused on that. But regardless, Shamoun is such a disgraceful human being. He is so disgusting, vile. I've never been more annoyed by another person. Maybe the other person who annoyed me was James White, but Sam Shamoun is so disgusting, so vile. The man cannot behave. Like even his own mother doesn't want anything to do with him. So that's how disgusting and vile Sam Shamoun is. No Muslim should debate him. No Muslim should give him the attention he so desperately craves. I was conned into debating him by David Wood. If David Wood wasn't moderating, I wouldn't have agreed to it, or I won't have like a one-on-one with Shamoun, because the man simply does not know how to behave. Emotions control him, and he is not in control of his emotions. So this is why please, Muslim apologists, please stop wasting your time with Sam Shamoun. Stop giving him attention. Stop debating him. Stop harassing him or annoying him on his YouTube comment section. Just stop doing that. Just stop giving him attention. Like just ignore him. He needs to be there's some people in this world who need to be ignored. That's like the only way you can deal with them. I mean, Shamoun is it. That saying, sometimes the only way to win the game is not to play the game. Well, same thing. This is what it is. Like the only way to win against Shamoun is not to play with Shamoon, not to engage with Shamoon. That's the only way to win with him is just to ignore him because he's stupid. His arguments have been refuted for the last 20 years. He has no good argument for Islam or against. He has no good argument against Christianity or for. He has no good argument against Islam and he has no good argument for Christianity. So the man cannot behave and he needs to be ignored. Like I need to emphasize this over and over that he needs to be ignored. He is a dangerous wife beater scumbag who needs to be ignored. And dangerous people like him or problematic people like him need to be ignored. Like if you cause problems in a store, if you're a problematic person in a store, the store is going to ban you. Well, same thing here. I'm calling for a blacklisting of Sam Shamoon. He's insulted Shabir Ali multiple times, and we Muslim apologists should not tolerate that behavior or not give him attention he so desperately craves. Even David Wood was telling Sam Shamoon to shut up multiple times and let me talk during the. So the man doesn't let the other person talk. He gets too emotional. He keeps shouting and screaming like a crazy person. Like honestly, man, like maybe in his country, maybe in Iraq, they do that shit in like the Middle East or like whatever Arab country he came from, Iraq or Syria, whatever backward country he came from. But in America, we have civilized discussions and civilized discourse. Maybe in the Middle East they do things they're uncivilized over there. They can't. They're they express their emotions more loudly over there. But over here, we're accustomed to civilized discourse. I want to engage. I want to debate or talk to civilized people, not uncivilized people like Sam Shamoon. So this is why, and to be fair, he's not the only one who behaves like this. George Sayegh and other Christians behave like that too. I mean, I'm not trying to single Sam Shamoon out. It's just we have to understand what he is. We have to understand that he's a waste of time, and we have to understand that in order to deal with him, we have to ignore him. And like I will debate David Wood. Hell, I'll even debate A Pussy over Sam Shamoon. I will debate David Wood and A Pussy any day of the week over Sam Shamoon. Like I will never debate that clown, that wife beating clown again. He is a clown and he's a wife beater and he's an abuser and he needs to be ignored because he is just wasting everybody's time. He might have time to waste, but my time is precious and I don't want to waste my time with a clown and a wife beater like him. No, that's my final thoughts on this. So anybody else have any is anybody else on the chat or does anybody else want to come on? Let me check. Let me just check real quick if uh, if anybody else is on. Uh, Hang on. Maybe maybe MA and J is on or something. I don't see anybody else. Okay. It looks like we just have one person here. All right, that's fine. All right, that's fine with me. Yeah, maybe I should announce these things beforehand, or maybe people just don't know when I'm doing these things. All right. Let's just wait a little bit. Maybe some other people will join in the Q&A or whatever, and or some people will join in the chat, and we'll just go from there. So let's just wait a minute. Let me just wait a minute, and then we will. Let's just wait for other people to join. If not, I'll just close this out early. Uh, yeah, let's just wait a little bit. Assalamu alaikum, SM Omer. How you doing? Welcome to the Answering Christians One Q&A session or rant session where we make fun of everybody's favorite psychopath, David Wood, everybody's least favorite wife beater, Sam Shamoon, and everybody's or David Wood's pitch a pussy. So I welcome mockery of James White, of the homosexual James White, or a pussy, or white Peter Shamoon, or psychopath David Wood. So if you want to make fun of these guys, please feel free to do so, and I will, post it on here. How would you answer the so-called Islamic dilemma? Well, I've already refuted this over and over again, but like if you just read what the Quran really says, it's talking about the gospel given to Jesus, the Torah given to Moses. That's not the written Old Testament, and that's not the written New Testament. Since the Quran says the Torah was revealed to Moses, in the Old Testament, Genesis, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Exodus, and Numbers came after Moses, or is written after Moses. So the Quran cannot be referring to Genesis or Leviticus or Deuteronomy, because those books came after Moses and they were not revealed to Moses, even as Judeo-Christian scholars will admit that the Old Testament, or the first 5 books of the Old Testament, Genesis, Leviticus, Numbers, etc., came after Moses. They were written by Moses. So the Quran's talking about the revealed Torah, which is not the Old Testament. The Quran's talking about the revealed Gospel, which is not the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which came after Jesus and were not revealed to or written by Jesus. So the Quran nowhere says Bible or Old Testament or New Testament. Nowhere in the Quran is the word Bible used. Nowhere in the Quran is the word Old Testament or New Testament used. So just like these Christians, they don't know how to do common sense. Common sense dictates that the Quran's not talking about the Bible or the Old Testament or the New Testament. It's talking about the revelation given to Moses, the revelation given to Jesus, the Torah given to Moses, and the gospel given to Jesus, which is not the written New Testament, or which is not the written Old Testament or the written New Testament. You see what I'm saying? So the Quran chapter 2 verse 75, Quran chapter 2 verse 79, Quran chapter 4 verse 157, Quran chapter 5 verse 13 to 15, etc., say that clearly state that Jews and Christians have corrupted their scriptures. And Tafsir Ibn Kathir on the Quran chapter 5 verse 13 to 15 says that the Prophet Muhammad said that the Jews and Christians have corrupted their scriptures. So the Quran is, or according to Islam, the Bible or the Old Testament and New Testaments are corrupt, and the only way to salvation is to obey the Quran. So since the Quran is uncorrupted by Jews and by other people, like you read the Quran chapter 18 verse 54, it says the Quran needs to be followed by everybody. Quran chapter 2 verse 185, Quran chapter 2 verse 185 says the Quran needs to be revealed. The Quran needs to be followed by everybody. So the Quran is basically saying is that the Quran overthrows the Torah and Gospel, and the Quran needs to be followed by everybody, and that the Jews and Christians have corrupted their scriptures, so their scriptures are invalid, or they're not. It's not as important to us, or it's corrupted anyway. So it's not God's word. The only word of God is the Quran, since the Quran has not been tainted by people who are editing their books like the Jews and Christians have edited their books. So I mean, I don't know, like this whole Islamic dilemma is so annoying now right now. Like it's been refuted over and over, and I'm just getting sick of refuting that argument over and over again. So yeah, that's how I would answer it. Maybe some other Muslims have different ways of answering it, but that's just my response to it. Assalamu alaikum, dude Daisy0707. How you doing? Welcome to Answering Christians 1, where we mock and make fun of people like A Pussy and David Wood. So please, if you want to mock them, do it here. Or if you got a comment or you got a question, let me know. I'll do my best to respond. Adam Salam said, how would you answer Kara International Al-Fadi saying Makkah was in Petra? Well, first of all, Al-Fadi is an idiot. Well, first of all, he's an Arab Christian. He's an Arab Christian, and Arab Christians are usually like their IQ is much lower than like normal human being IQ because they're already stupid because of their cultural heritage. But anyways, Al-Fadi's an idiot. Jay Smith's an idiot, and the people who run Kira International are retarded. Makkah was not in Petra. It was always in Arabia, in the middle of Arabia. Even according to, even according to what do you call secular historians before the time of Jesus, there was a historian who said that Mecca existed, in the middle of Arabia. So what the hell are these guys saying? It's in Petra. Like, no, it's always, even before Islam, even before Jesus, one philosopher or one historian said that Mecca was in the middle of Arabia. So Mecca existed before Islam, way before Jesus, or at least 100 years before Jesus. And, it was always located in Arabia. So these guys saying, well, it's in Jordan or it's in the north is just ridiculous because, ancient history doesn't agree with that. History doesn't agree with that. Even post Prophet Muhammad, everybody knew that Mecca was in Arabia. So these guys coming up with, these ridiculous arguments which contradicts history. It just that just shows you how stupid their argument, just how like laughable their arguments are. It just I don't know, it's just ridiculous. Okay, we got somebody who wants to join. Let me add them on the stage.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, how you doing, brother Abdul Hamid?
Yes, me. Yeah, I've known of your work for quite some time, and I've known of the Answering Islam team since 2004. So
Oh,
I'm
really?
quite well aware of Sam Shamoan's, Joshin Katz, and their work for many years actually. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
one of the issues that I have with Sam's material, for example, let me just talk about Sam right now. And like for example, he's very selective in when it comes to quoting scholars. For example, from after the 11th century, he does not quote early Islamic scholars who are more prominent from the 8th century when it comes to things like jihad warfare and stuff. Like he would quote like Ibn Khatir in the 8th century that expected jihad. What about the Imam Abu Hanifa? Actually believe jihad was only for self-defense, for example. One of these prominent who actually centered around their opinion. Why quote scholars who are not as prominent as compared to the other ones that are, for example? So
Yeah,
I mean, I
you're
actually brought this
breaking
thing to Sam's attention once. Many.
you're breaking up a little bit. Can you yeah, your mic is like kind of like like it's like breaking up. Your mic's kind of like breaking up.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, but like when you were
Hello?
talking, it was like kind of like your volume was going up and down and all that, or you were like breaking up.
Yeah. I think if I speak from a much greater distance from my phone, because I'm actually using my phone right now, I think my voice is more clear.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
can you hear me
but
now?
like yeah, I can hear you, but like when you were talking, you were kind of like breaking up. So I don't know what you were using. If you're using your phone, yeah, I think you get a little closer to your phone, or if you think getting further from your phone works better, then go ahead and do that. Um,
Yeah. S- So yeah,
okay,
so
hang on. Yeah,
so did
I
you miss
heard.
any?
Yeah, just one second. Let me get to. Somebody has a question here. Let me just put it on screen here. Just give me 1 minute. It says, bro, I agree. Psychopaths don't deserve respect, but the platform can take action. Don't give them excuse to shut down the dawa. Yeah, I agree with you, SM Noir. But yeah, I'm sorry, Abdullah Hamid. You wanna say something?
Yeah. So one thing I do want to ask you, because I watched a debate that he and Nadir Ahmed did many years ago regarding does the Quran endorse the Bible, basically. I'm not sure if we ever got a chance of watching that debate. It was many years ago. I think it was in 2004 or 5 when I watched this debate between him and Nadir Ahmed. And there are certain verses that Sam does use. Like, for example, one of the things he argues is if the Torah and the Injil are corrupt during the time of the Holy Prophet, then why is the Quran speaking in the present tense? Like judged by what's in between their hands and stuff like that. So, like, what is your understanding of these verses where Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is speaking about these texts in the present tense in a positive way? Because my understanding is that Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is speaking in a very specific context to these texts, not in a general manner. If that makes any sense.
No, I mean, I no, like what, like first of all, where does the Quran say Old Testament, New Testament, Bible? It doesn't say that anyway. It's
It
talking
doesn't.
about the Torah. It's talking about the Torah and gospel given to Moses and Jesus. That's not the
Exactly.
New Testament. That's not the New Testament. So if you read Tafsir al-Tabari, Tafsir Ibn Kathir, Tafsir Ibn Abbas, all these early Muslim scholars, they're talking about prophet. There's prophecies of Prophet Muhammad in the Torah and the gospel. So the Quran
Hmm.
is basically saying that you have to follow the Jews and Christians have to follow the Prophet Muhammad because the Torah and Gospel that was revealed to Moses and Jesus, which is not the Old Testament, New Testament, prophesies the coming of the Prophet Muhammad. So if he's saying, well, the words are in present tense, yeah, because it's addressing the Jews and Christians. It's not the Quran is not confirming a physical like Old Testament, like the Book of Genesis or the Book of Leviticus, or the Gospel of Matthew or the Gospel of John. The Quran is talking about the gospel given to Jesus, the Torah given to Moses. That's not a written document. That's a revealed document. Even if the Quran is referring to a written document, we all know that the Old Testament was not written by Moses. We know that the New Testament was not written by Jesus. So the Quran,
Exactly.
it's impossible for the Quran to be confirming the Old Testament and New Testament when those
W-
words don't even exist in
Exactly.
the Quran. Yeah.
Well, one thing I want to add on to that is because the Torah, the so-called Torah that the Jews and Christians have been using for many centuries is a Masoretic text which did not exist during the time of the Holy Prophet. And so, like, there's this hadith from Sunan Abu Dawud that Sam likes to use where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam picks up the Torah or something like that, and basically, according to the hadith, he basically speaks to the Torah thing. I believe in you, but you cannot refer
Yeah,
to a Masoretic text
yeah,
as
yeah, I know what you're talking about. That hadith is found in Abu Dawood, and that hadith is weak. According to Ibn Hazm, that hadith is weak. So he's using a weak hadith. Like, remember, Abu Dawood does have weak hadith in there. Not everything in Abu Dawood is
yeah,
authentic. So it's a false hadith. It's a weak hadith anyway. So it can't be used as evidence. But that's kind of what Shamoon does. He goes to, like, these weak hadith or these unreliable sources like Ibn Asaq, etc. And he says, well, here's what your prophet did.
exactly.
He goes to Ibn Asaq, no Muslim scholar takes Ibn Asaq serious. Like, that's not a authentic, that's not a reliable source. So he does these stupid things that, I don't know, like, it's just a waste of time. Like, I've already refuted it for like many years. It's so annoying dealing with him, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. So, did you ever get a chance of reading Robert Spencer's book, Did Muhammad Exist? Because he does briefly address you in one or two sentences in that book. I read this book many
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah. I read the book. I don't think it's good, and the problem is with Robert Spencer is, like, I know what Robert Spencer's trying to do. He's trying to be the Bart Ehrman of Islam. You know how Bart Ehrman, like, destroyed
Yeah,
Christianity
yeah, yeah.
by having the education and being an ex-Christian and having the PhDs to,
But there's a
know.
difference. Like, there's a
I'm
difference
sorry.
because Ehrman actually has academic qualifications in the New Testament, whereas
Exactly,
Robert
exactly.
Spencer does not. So,
Exactly. So, like Robert Spencer was trying to be like, because in 2012 when that book came out, Bart Ehrman wrote "Did Jesus Exist?"
yeah,
So Robert and Price, or I'm sorry, Robert Spencer wanted to capitalize on that. Did these historical figures exist? These controversial books. So he made the book. How did Muhammad exist? And in that book, like, nobody took that book seriously. It was so, like, you know who Adnan Rashid is?
yes, I do. And in fact, I actually discussed certain arguments from Robert's book with Dr. Patricia Crum. I email exchanged with her back and forth. And I also did the same thing with Dr. Robert Hoyland. And both of these scholars couldn't take any of the things that Robert was saying seriously.
Exactly.
And I
Like,
still, yeah,
yeah, Adnan Rashid debated Robert Spencer. It's online, so it's on YouTube somewhere. Just type in Adnan Rashid versus Robert Spencer, and Adnan Rashid just trashed that book. That book was just, I couldn't take Robert Spencer seriously after that. Robert Spencer was like Googling answers because he didn't have the answers. It was
yeah.
hilarious. Uh,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, alhamdulillah, and I'm not trying to talk big here. I mean, I've accumulated a certain amount of knowledge over the course of many years. And so I can read Robert Spencer's book from cover to cover and not get swayed by it. But the average person, especially a lot of young Muslims who may be naive, can fall prey to this type of stuff because on the surface, like for example, when Robert uses these coins and stuff and claims that the name Muhammad is there and it has crosses on it. I mean, with me, it's like, okay, well, we need more context to understand what's going on over here. I mean, you're just
Oh,
jumping
okay.
to conclusions real
Can you
fast.
can you just give me 1 minute? Let me just add somebody to the stage. I'm sorry. Just give me like 1 minute here.
No problem.
Hey, how you doing, Nemi and Jay? Oops.
Assalamualaikum.
So can you
Walaikum
hear?
salam.
Assalamualaikum to the both of you. Wow, good to be here. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Nemi and Jay? Nothing good on PlayStation 5, so you just had to come on my channel, huh?
I'm actually in the middle of work. I'm working from home today, so
Yeah.
if my boss
A-
finds
anyways,
out, if I
yeah.
finds out, sorry, brother. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, we
So
were
sorry
just
about that, brother.
let me just fill in Emmy and Jay real quick. We were just talking about Robert Spencer. Abdul Hamid had some points about Robert Spencer. So I mean, Jay, if you want to comment, or Abdul Hamid, if you want to keep going.
Yeah, well, sorry about that, brothers. It's just saying I got back from work a short while ago, so I got to catch up on my Maghrib and Isha prayers. So I got to leave.
Okay.
But,
No,
but yeah,
that's fine.
anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. It was really nice finally getting in touch with you. I mean, I've known of your work online for quite some time. So,
Oh, thank
yeah.
you. I appreciate that.
Hey, take care, man. Okay.
You
Salam.
too, man.
Salam.
Salam alaikum. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Jay, we were just talking about Robert Spencer.
What about Robert Spencer specifically?
Well, he was bringing up the Robert Spencer wrote a book, Did Muhammad Exist? And that book, he was just talking
that
about.
book. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just talking like Robert
Yeah.
Spencer mentioned me in that book, so we were just talking about that.
He did.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're quite famous, huh?
Yeah, my channel, my
Quite famous.
website got so many hits after that.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I got mentioned in some scholarly works too. By the way, you know Bismika or Huma, yeah, right? Yeah, it was mentioned in some in a book by I forgot this professor's name, but he was researching the issue of he was researching it was a major thesis of his, and then he turned it into a book. He was researching the how Islam cyber he called it cyber dawah. So he was researching the influence of Islam on the internet and and social media. So this was of course before Facebook or YouTube became very popular. So he was basically focused on websites. So because of that, my website got mentioned, and I got mentioned. Yeah, I got mentioned personally. Yeah.
Oh, right, free advertising, huh?
Yeah, free advertising, but I don't know if I ever got any hits from it, because at that time I was a bit naive in that, because back then I didn't use the SEO tools that I'm familiar with now to track traffic and to to track sources from traffic, or where people are coming from. So unfortunately I don't have that data. Yeah, so it's a shame really, because ironically today I'm working in an industry where track and analytics of traffic, website traffic, and where people are searching for, and where how do people come to your website is actually very important to track. So it's quite ironic, because I didn't do that. I never did that for any of my websites during the heydays. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me just see if there's some comment worth responding to here. Just one second, Emmy and Jay.
Yeah. I'm just here because I'm returning the favor of you coming onto my channel yesterday.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I
Appreciate
thought
it.
that, yeah, I might as well hop on and say hi.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you're always welcome on here. Yeah, I don't. I need to announce these things beforehand. It was so random. I'm not the best at like planning things out. I just kind of randomly do things.
Yeah, I think with regards to that, brother Etasham, you should if you want to do live streams right in the future, you should schedule your live streams in advance if you want more people to come onto your live streams. Yeah,
Exactly. All right.
yeah.
Adam Salam says, we knew that Jesus is a prophet, but in the Bible it says no one knows the hour except the Father in heaven. It is written somewhere in the Bible. Why do Christians still consider him to be, I guess he's saying God. So, I mean, Jay, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, because you see, the thing is, you need to understand that the Christian mindset is always based on Romans chapter 10 verse 9. This is their core belief. Yeah, maybe you want to open that, brother Etasham, and share the screen for Romans chapter 10 verse 9. This is their core belief. They will always insist on Romans chapter 10 verse 9. Yeah.
Okay, like I'm kind of new to StreamYard. I don't know like how to do that.
Okay, I'll do. Okay, I'll do it then. Okay, hang on. Romans
Oh, okay.
10 9. Romans 10 9. Hang on. Yeah, because I mean that this is actually a good question, because he's always bugged me before. I mean, before I realized this, of course. Yeah, I always wondered, back in a few years back, I was always thinking, why do Christians always insist on believing what they believe, even though we have shown them so many evidences from the Bible, from the New Testament, which clearly says that Jesus, is subservient to the Father, and Jesus always, in fact, Jesus prayed to the Father. So
Exactly.
you need to share. By the way, you need to share my screen. You need to
How
share
do
my
I?
screen
Oh,
below.
okay.
So
Okay. At the
click on
stage.
share.
Okay.
Yep, that's right. Yep, that's right. So yeah. So if you see here, this is the core belief of every Christian, and it was written by Paul. Romans was written by Paul. So Paul says, if you declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. So it all goes back to the issue of being saved from sin. And the Christian mindset, the Christian ethos is that in order to be saved, there needs to be a sacrifice, and in order to have a sacrifice for sin, it has to be the perfect sacrifice. And since this involves man, it therefore needs to be a sinless man. And who else can be a sinless man but Jesus? But because Jesus was born, yes, from a virgin without any father, so they presume that since Jesus was born without any father, therefore he must be somehow divine, and sorry, sinless, and therefore and then they try to connect this to the issue of the original sin. So because Jesus because Jesus did not have any father, why do men have sin? Because of the fall of Adam alayhi salam. So na'udzubillah, we don't believe this, of course, but this is what they believe. They believe that Adam and Hawa, his wife, or Eve, okay, ate the forbidden fruit, or huldi, according to our own tradition as well, and they were sent down to earth as punishment. That part is true, but they left out the part where God forgave, Adam and Eve for their transgression. It wasn't even a sin; it was this transgression. But God forgave them, but they left out that part. So because Adam was sent down to earth for this sin, inverted commas, therefore mankind inherited this sin from Adam, and it was only during the time of Jesus, when Jesus was born from a virgin. Since he was born from a virgin, therefore he did not have any father. His father was not Adam, and who else must be his father but God? So it comes from there. And then when Jesus died, in their belief, Jesus was crucified. So they believe that this crucifixion was planned, preordained, and this must be the perfect sacrifice to redeem them from sin. So this is their core belief. Yeah. And this
Okay.
and of course, and then things go from there, of course, and they will, of course, try to wiggle their way and try to adapt. Everything else will become eisegesis. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Assalamu alaikum,
yeah,
SM Nomer. I'm sorry, I mean Jay. Let me just address. Assalamu alaikum, SM
yeah. Go ahead.
SM Nomer. He just joined the chat, or he just joined the on stage. Can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Remove the. You need to remove the slide.
The what? Oh, a slide. Okay.
You need to remove the. Yeah, remove the slide. Yeah,
Okay.
and the
hang
comment.
on. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So
There you go.
SM
There you
Omer's
go.
here. There you go. Oh, okay. It looks like he
left?
disappeared. Yeah, he left for some
I
reason.
think he has. I think he has some connection problem because I heard him saying something and then he just left. So
Yeah. So well, it happens. I mean, like sometimes people just they get on and then they can't
yeah,
stay on for some
yeah,
reason.
yeah, like what happened to me yesterday. I mean, with my internet connection. Yeah, it's normal. Yeah, that's. So this is your first time using StreamYard?
No, I use Stream. This is the first time I'm inviting people on. Because I'm very new to StreamYard.
Okay.
I don't know how to like add screens and like you just did with that Romans verse. I don't know how to do that. And
Okay. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I think you need to play around with it for a while, and eventually, I think you can get it quickly. It's very straightforward. Yeah, StreamYard is much easier than using YouTube for streaming. Yeah.
oh yeah, it is. It's a lot better too. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Maybe we should. Okay, we got Adam Salam. All right, just 1 second here. All right, we got Adam Salam here. All right, Adam Salam, you gotta connect the microphone or something. You gotta connect the mic. Yeah, we can't hear you. What the hell?
Oh, sorry, you got disconnected, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I
You were
don't know.
muted earlier, I think. Yeah.
People are disconnecting and they're
Yeah.
connecting, disconnecting. I don't know how to. I don't know why they're doing that.
I think that's no, that's their connection. It's nothing to do with you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right.
You
So,
can't do anything
Emmy and
about
Jay,
it.
I
Yeah,
wanted
you
to
can.
ask you. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, I
You
wanted to
wanted to
ask.
ask me something? Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you this question. It says, "What are your thoughts on Daniel versus Sam Shamoun debate on Islam versus Christianity?" I gave my my 2 cents, but what are your 2 cents on this?
I think it went well. It's just that I think I personally I don't believe that Daniel should have debated the wife beater. Okay, I'm going to refer to him as the wife beater from now on. All right.
Man.
Because I truly despise that wife beater. Okay, from the very bottom of my heart, and I'm pretty sure you do too, because we both are veterans in this, and we know how what he did in the past as well, right? I mean,
He is
some of
so
this,
he is so disgusting, man.
Yeah, he is disgusting. Okay, so that being said, I think the points that Daniel had made was good. Okay, there was no answer to it. In fact, they had to. Unfortunately, the debate went into the issue of Tawheed. And sorry, I have a call. I have a call here. Can I step out for a while and answer later? Talk to you.
Yeah, go ahead. If you need to do something, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, Jay has a call from. Well, we don't know who he has a call from. Emmy and Jay is a mysterious person who. Well, we don't know. We don't know about Emmy and Jay's love life. It could be in a second wife. We never know. He claims it's a work call, but we all know Emmy and Jay. The ladies cannot resist the Malaysian teddy bear. So Emmy and Jay is probably talking to another wife. We don't know. Like, I mean, Jay's excuse was, it's a work call, but we all know that the Malaysian ladies cannot resist the Malaysian teddy bear. So, I mean, Jay, we all know it's a personal call, and we're gonna respect that, right? We're not gonna make fun of you for, exploiting your Malaysian teddy bearness. So please take your call. Take as much time as you want. We're going to be here laughing at you. So yeah, please take your take as much time as you want. I mean, Jay, take as much time as you want. Guys, I'm just messing. I like making fun of. I like taking shots at Emmy and Jay. Me and Emmy and Jay, we like to joke around with each other.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, yeah. I heard you calling me a teddy bear. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just joking around. Like
yeah.
you,
So, yeah,
I'm just joking around,
yeah.
man.
I
And
know,
Jay,
I
yeah.
know, I know. Yeah. So, yeah. So going back to where did I stop just now? Yeah,
We're talking about wife
what
beater
my
and
line.
Daniel's debate.
All right. So yeah. So with regards to Daniel's arguments, is pretty much it's pretty much obvious. Okay, that they have no answer to Tawhid, so they had to go into the issue of Atari versus Ashari theology, or the definition of God's attributes, and of course, the Atari position is that Allah's attributes are bila khaif, which, by the way, that's what I hold to. Which basically, if Allah has hands in the Quran, God is described as having hands, having feet, and in Hadith, there's this Hadith where it said that Allah's shin it will be there, and and it will be kissed. So these things we don't take it, we don't try to interpret it. We just take it as it is. Okay, Allah has eyes, Allah has a shin. So be it. We don't try to ascribe any details or any further information to what that means, right? Whereas the Ashari position is that this is metaphorical. If it's hands, it means that it's a reference to Allah's power. If it's eyes, it means Allah's unseen, seen attributes, and metaphorical, basically. So yeah, so they try to use this. I mean, the wife beater and his partner tried to use this issue between, try to drive a wedge between Ijaz and Daniel, pretty much the same way as how Dog Logic and Apusi tried to do the same between me and Isa the other day. Yeah, so they have no serious arguments actually apart from this. So it doesn't resolve that issue at all. I mean, they did not even try to justify the Trinity, or they did not even try to explain how the Trinity works, and how would it be possible for the Trinity to be superior to Tawhid, because there's no answer really. And I think that was the first part. And then the second part, of course, they were talking about the Prophet's marriage to Aisha, and then they were talking about some other things I can't recall at the moment. But yeah, so the usual tropes that you often hear from Islamophobes, that, by the way, were originated by the wife beater. Most of the stuff that you hear online, most of the nasty things you hear online today, they can all be traced to the wife beater, as well as this anonymous guy by the name of Silas on Answering Islam. I think you know this, Brother Etasham. Yeah. So these things have been, responded to, and has been refuted to the death by not just by me and Brother Etasham, but by many other people during that time. But unfortunately, for some reason, I guess people don't read these days. People want to watch YouTube videos. So now it has transitioned to audio visual. So unfortunately, in terms of audio visual material, that is not as extensive as the written corpus of written material that people like me and like Brother Etasham, like Islamic Awareness, or there's so many websites during those days which responded to these lies. But it's having, apparently these sort of tropes are having a revival again, and they are just, the Christians are just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. Nothing new, really. Totally nothing new. Everything has been heard and debunked.
Yeah, it's like they're running out of arguments, so they're just bringing up like these already, like they're repackaging already like refuted arguments. And it's like, I don't know, man. Like I told Ijaz, I'm like, why are you guys wasting your time with Sam Shamoun? I was so like annoyed. I'm like I was so disappointed in Ijaz. I'm like, why are you wasting your time with this stupid wife beater? Like nothing good comes out of like talking to him. It's like talking to a wall or something. It's like talking to a dog or something.
Did he
to a dog, it'll
did he
start
just
barking.
reply to you on that?
No,
He
no,
just replied to you on that?
I sent him a message on Twitter. I'm like, why are you wasting your time with Sam Shamoon? And I gave my reasons why I think Sam Shamoon's a waste of time. Ijaz didn't respond back to me. I don't know. Maybe he just like didn't get it, or maybe he's just too busy to respond. I don't know. But yeah, I asked him like, why are you wasting your time with Shamoon? I mean, like it's not it's just a waste of time dealing with him.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I would never, debate that wife beater under any circumstances. I know that I did do a message. I did post a community post on my channel challenging him to a debate, but I knew that he would never accept it anyway, because I gave him a topic which would be very
Oh yeah, the Yahweh,
difficult
the
for him
Yahweh,
to
the
accept. Yeah.
Yahweh thing.
Yes, he would never. Yeah, I gave him an impossible topic for him to debate anyway. So yeah, I knew that he would never accept it. And even even if there's a chance that he would have accepted it, I would have just I would just have ignored it, and I would just pretend that I didn't see it. Yeah. It was never my intention whatsoever to debate him. Yeah, I was just trying to annoy him actually. I have ego,
that's
right?
Yeah, what's strange is like he doesn't use the Yahweh argument. You know, like A Pussy uses that argument, but he doesn't use it, which I find very strange.
Yeah, even the Yahweh argument is not new. You see, it was started by Quentin Gale. Yeah, as I recall. Yeah, in fact I wrote a proto article responding to that, but at the time I didn't know. I mean, I hadn't had the resources to, or I haven't had the opportunity to research in detail on what the term Yahweh means. So I just gave a very basic response. It wasn't that great, but I think the response was adequate enough for the time. And then of course, for the past few years I've been researching on it, and I bought all those books that cost me about, I think it was about 300 to 400 USD, all the books in total combined. So I spent that much money in order to just find out what the historical meaning of the term Yahweh and the archaeological findings. And the contents in these books are not available online, by the way. They have not released these books online, and not even the results of the research. The ones that you can find online are very surface level, by the way. It's only what reporters report back, and from press releases and so on. But the ones that I have, they are really deep into research and the archaeological findings.
Oh, okay. So looks like SM Nomer is back. Hang on, let me just remove this comment. 1 second. Let's remove the comment. So it looks like SM Nomer. Can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can barely hear you.
Assalamualaikum, brother. Yeah, your mic isn't that clear, and there's some background noise, I think.
Yeah, try to get away from, or try to get closer to your mic or something. Yeah, try to get like closer to your mic. Yeah, can you hear me, or can you get closer to your mic or something?
Yeah, I can hear you, but hello.
Hello.
Hello, brother. Can you hear us? Assalamualaikum.
Oh.
It's quite noisy. It's quite noisy in the background.
Yeah,
I can hear the noise.
You might have to get somewhere where it's like quieter, or you have to get like closer to your mic.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
You can hear?
It's much better. Yeah. What was that, by the way? The background noise.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
We can
Go
barely
ahead.
hear you. I can barely hear you.
Okay, nice. Good. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Yeah, much better now. Yeah.
Yeah. So nice to see you guys, and good to be here with you. I follow you guys, and I really like what you're doing for the Dawah.
Oh, appreciate it. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah, thank you, but I personally I don't consider myself doing anything for da'wah. I'm an apologist, not a da'i. I need to put in the disclaimer. Sorry.
Yes, he's Jay is a part-time apologist and a part-time Malaysian teddy bear. So like we're very lucky to have him.
Inshallah, I will also hope to someday do something for this dawah. I mean, that's important. Inshallah.
So brother, where are you from? I think you must be from India. I can detect your accent. Yeah, you sound like you're
Yeah,
from India.
I'm from Pakistan, ethnic Indian actually.
Oh, Pakistan. Okay. Oh, close enough. Okay, Pakistan. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we really need to, so this is the thing which I was approached by a Christian the other day, and this is the thing that they keep saying over and over again, like Quran confirms the Bible. Like this is a big myth that they have spread, these evangelists.
Oh yes. The so-called Islamic dilemma. They call it the Islamic dilemma. Yeah. I noticed that they have been trying to push this narrative for the past several months now. Yeah.
Jay, you don't have to mute your mic. You don't have to do that. We can hear you just fine.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just afraid if there's any background noise or anything. Yeah. So go ahead,
No,
brother.
no, no. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
yeah. So I have a
Okay.
few things to say about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
Go ahead.
yeah, so basically, I also wrote them down in the comments section that over here they misquote the verse Quran 241, which says, "And believe in what I have sent down, confirming that which is with you." And further, okay. So they pick on this and they say that since it's being spoken in the present tense, it's talking about the Gospels and the Torah that is there at the time of Muhammad, peace be upon him. They are that is being confirmed over here. So
Yeah.
yeah, going further, I'm saying that that this confirms the gospel and the Torah, but it does not mean that the gospel and the Torah are perfect. It just means that despite their changes and errors, they are still useful for guidance. That's what it's confirming.
Yeah. I can accept that. Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, here's the thing. Here's my further explanation. I'm saying that context is needed for what the Quran is confirming here. It is not confirming authenticity, it is confirming the usefulness of Gospels for proving key matters like Christ is not God and Trinity is untrue and so on. Yeah, so the Quran is confirming the usefulness of the Gospels despite their changes for getting guidance on these key matters, since the Gospels they refute Christ's alleged divinity and they also refute the Trinity. So my point here is that despite being changed, Gospels can still work for guidance on these key matters, and these Christians they just don't get it. Like for example, a book can have mistakes, but it can still be useful. Do you get my point?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so just because I confirm a book, that does not mean I am confirming that book to be perfect. I'm confirming its usefulness, even though I might disagree with some parts. Get it?
Yeah, I get it. Again, I'm not pushing this argument. I'm not pushing this argument. Jay, if you want to comment.
Hello. Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Avery raised this in our debate the other day. So my response to this was the Quran does not refer even to the Gospels that exist today, because today we have the Gospels of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, right? So the Quran always talks about the Gospel in singular, Injil, singular, not plural, yeah, as well as even the Torah. The Torah is also described in singular. So the thing is, the Christians and Jews claim that they have the Torah, but it's in 5 books. So how could it be that the Quran is talking about the same thing? Yeah. So this has more to do with the message that the true message as what God has revealed, which of course you have to use again. You need to understand that the Quran is the Furqan, a criterion, as well as a muhaimin, a guardian over previous scriptures. So the purpose of the Quran is to confirm what was revealed before, and to refute anything that that the Christians may have mistakes that they have that crept into the text. So you must always use the Quran as a criterion and as a guardian to determine which things are true and which things are false in the Bible today. So whatever message that the Bible has, which does not contradict the Quran, is therefore acceptable and must have been from God. Whereas anything that contradicts the Quran must be not from God. Whereas anything that is already in the Quran, which is confirmed in the Bible, which is confirmed by the Quran, can be accepted as from being from God. So this is what I believe.
Okay, boss, there's one thing that I need to say something. I'll chime in with my 2 cents if you'll give me the permission. Yeah. So even as far as differences are concerned, I honestly don't see much difference theologically and doctrinally between the Bible and the Quran. They have the same theology, the same doctrine. If you see the Torah and the Gospels, which is pure monotheism, they clearly confirm that Christ is not God, and that the crucifixion is a very confused narrative. This is what the Quran says about the crucifixion, that is confusion, and the Gospels indeed confirm that it is confusion. I mean, it has a very confused narrative. You know all about it, right? I mean, all its contradictions, so on. So basically, Bible and the Torah and the Gospels and the Quran, they are on the same page on the key theological and doctrinal matters.
Yeah, I mean the both the Old Testament and New Testament do say worship one God. You know, even Jesus says the Father is the only true God. Gospel of John, chapter 17, verse 3. Jesus also says, "Why do you call me good? Only God is good." Uh, and Jesus actually says, "Ella, Ella, lama sabachthani," when he's on the cross. That means, my God, why has thou forsaken me?" That means Jesus has a God over him. That means Jesus cannot be God. Revelation chapter 3, verse 12, Revelation chapter 3, verse 2, Jesus has a God. Even according to the book of Revelation, which kind of portrays Jesus as the divine. So even Jesus has a God. So yeah, I agree that theological, that the Bible and the Quran are on the same page to worship one God. I see. MENJ has muted his microphone. MENJ, if you want to unmute your mic and chime in here, you can.
Hello?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, can you hear me?
yeah. I can barely hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so the Muslim apologist, has he gone away? I think maybe he's gone or something.
No, he just unmuted his mic. Oh, he's back. He's back. Oh wait, no, he's not.
Okay,
Hang on, let him. Yep, he's back now.
yeah.
Yeah. What you have anything? I mean, you were asking me something because I'm doing something just now. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, as I'm aware, we're just talking about the Bible and the Quran just being in agreement and theological and some major theological views, and I was just saying that the Bible and the Quran
Yes.
teach monotheism, worship one God.
Yes. Yeah. So there's no issue with that, right? So I believe this is what the verses are actually talking about. The congruence of monotheism, the fact that God has sent messengers throughout the ages, the fact that the children of Israel were given a lot of benefits and a lot of bounty from God, but they transgressed every time that God has given that to them, and they have disobeyed their prophets and so on. And then when it comes to the Christians, the New Testament, of course, the sending of Jesus, that Jesus confirmed, the Quran confirms that that Jesus was born of a virgin, and that he was a prophet sent to the children of Israel to teach them monotheism and to teach them the coming of the last prophet, and so on, and that he was also the Messiah. So these things are in congruence with what the Bible today has, right? So this is actually what the verses are talking about when he says that
And also,
people of the book look at go ahead.
sorry, I'm cutting you off. And there's also congruence on the crucifixion narrative, because basically the Quran says that the Gospels narrative of the crucifixion is confused, and the Gospels indeed confirm that it has a confused narrative. So I don't see any doctrinal difference. I don't see any theological difference. I don't see any. I just don't.
Yeah, any theological difference that may occur are all external. Like, for example, the Trinity, you don't see this in the Bible, but they have the Council of Nicaea, and the Council of Nicaea came up with what we now know as the Nicene Creed. So this is what Christians believe, the Nicene Creed. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, what I'm saying is that a lot of dais and our brothers in the Dawa field, I see them. They actually try to take on the Bible, that it is false, there is this, there is that. Look, we need to get to these guys using the Quranic approach. So the Quran says that indeed, that is Allah, confirms what you have with you, which means what they presently had with them at that time. This includes the Torah and the Gospels they had in around 600 CE, around that time. So again, there is no dilemma here for Islam, because what I'm saying is that the Quran and the Gospels, and Torah, they are congruent. I mean, that's a very good word you use. They are congruent on crucifixion. They are congruent on theology and key doctrines. And just look how biblical the Quran is, I say to you, because look, the Hadith which defines the religion of Islam is, you basically have believe in the only true God, you believe in his angels, you believe in all his books, you believe in all his prophets, and you believe in predestination. All of this is in the Bible and Quran, both of these.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but we do have a lot of differences with Christians on various
Okay, wait, I'm just
theological
coming
issues.
back. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Whoa, what happened?
I think he had to do something.
Oh, okay. His screen is loading, so I think there's
Oh, it is,
I
okay.
think there's a connection issue on his side. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're back? Okay.
Yeah, you can go on. Please go on.
No, were you saying something?
Yeah, so basically, I've said that we need to rethink our approach, and especially this Islamic dilemma thing, this so-called, we should present what I call the Churchian dilemma, which is that, look, Quran confirms the Bible, but the Bible confirms Islam. Finished.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, there's I don't know. It's such a stupid argument, though. It's been refuted over and over again, and like these Christians, they lack common sense. They're just like they just keep repeating that same stupid argument over and over again. It's already been refuted, like for many years. It's already been refuted, and they just keep bringing it up over and over and over again. And it just gets annoying.
Yeah, so just turn it on them with this way, because basically they're digging their own grave, so as to speak, and they're playing into our hands. So let them destroy their own churchianity. We can just say that, look, Quran confirms the Bible, and the Bible confirms Islam, because you have La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Okay, you have La ilaha illallah, which is Tawheed, pure monotheism, and that Jesus is not God, and that triune God was never preached by any prophet or even Christ himself, but rather it was refuted by them all. And Muhammadur Rasulullah, I mean, you can see that in Isaiah 42 and so many other places in the Bible. And not even that, and even the definition of Islam itself, which is, like I've said, the 6 articles of faith, like belief in monotheism, belief in the books, belief in the angels, belief in prophets, and every predestination and all. This is purely biblical. All of this is biblical.
Yes, I can agree with you. Let me just read this. As someone aware, just give me. Let me just read this question. It says,
Yeah,
"Please talk to me
go ahead.
about Dur Qarnayn, how to reconcile him being pagan in the Quran praising him." Uh, well, since Emmy and Jay is here, do you have any comments on this, Emmy and Jay?
Yeah, I do actually. I personally do not believe that Zulkarnain is Alexander the Great. Yeah, because I think you know the tafsir or the past, the exegesis, they oops, what's that noise, man? Okay, sorry.
That's on me.
So
That's
you know
on me.
I think the
That's
can
on
you
me.
mute your mic, brother? No, I mean not
But
you, the other brother. Yeah,
I'll turn it down
yeah.
later.
Okay, all right, okay. So, anyways, I don't believe that Zulkarnain. Personally, don't believe that Zulkarnain was Alexander because I believe that the Tafsir probably because of the information that they had at the time, they presumed that it had to be Alexander the Great. However, if you look at the background of the story of Alexander the Great and what he believed, and he was a pagan. Okay, there are evidences of him being a pagan, and he's definitely not a monotheist, and there's no mention of him in the Jewish or Christian scriptures at all. So why would the Quran mention something totally disconnected from Jewish or Christian tradition? So the only person that fits the description and may have been Zulkarnain was actually Cyrus of Persia, because he's mentioned frequently in the Old Testament, and that in fact it was mentioned that he saved Jews, right, from the Babylonian exile, and he actually helped to set up the building of the second temple. So it makes more sense for Cyrus of Persia to be Zulkarnain and rather than Alexander the Great to be Zulkarnain.
Okay. Does that answer? Is that a satisfactory answer? I can't say your name. What is your YouTube name? I'm just gonna call you IX. How about that, IX? Because I can't say your YouTube name. I'm just calling you IX. Is that fine? Or you know what? Can I call you X-Men? X-Man.
It's Iniesta. It's actually Iniesta Xavi. These are a combination of names of two football players, soccer players for you. Yeah, two soccer players
Oh,
from
okay.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about. So I can't play sports. The only sport I can play is volleyball, and that's if you like force me to play volleyball.
Okay.
I can do it. I'm not like
All
Emmy
right.
and Jay. Like Emmy and Jay, like bench presses in his local gym. Emmy and Jay has a gym membership, and he
Definitely
keeps
not.
bench presses.
Def-
And Emmy and Jay has an
Definitely,
eight
I have
pack.
not done that at all.
Yeah, he has an eight.
Definitely, I have
Emmy
not
and
done
Jay
that at all.
has an 8 pack, and he drinks these like crazy ass vitamin shakes that
Uh,
that's how he's always fit.
that
And
I definitely have not done any of that. Okay, you're teasing me again, right?
that's what I mean. Jay, like he goes to local Malaysian places and he challenges these Malaysian sumo wrestlers to arm wrestling, and he always wins. So I mean, Jay can definitely kick my ass. So
Yeah,
if you don't want to get in,
you're calling me. Yeah, yeah, you're calling me fat, aren't you?
no, I'm saying you're fat as I mean you're ripped as hell, and you can kick my ass any day of the week, and you can probably kick
uh,
White Peter Shamoon's ass, Assyrian ass,
hmm,
and like me and Jay, like he does sumo wrestling in his spare time, and you don't want to mess with that, you know.
yeah. we don't have sumo wrestling here in Malaysia. Okay, I think you got the wrong country.
No. Like Malaysians have sumo wrestling, right? Or is that Japan? I can't. Like OU Asians look alike to me, so I don't know like how to like which
I
one's
get that.
like
I get.
Japan.
Yeah, I get that. I get that comment all the time. Yeah. So, but we are different, right? We are totally different. Yeah, we're not the same. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. He says X-Man is good. He. I don't think Cyrus, because Cyrus erected pagan temples in Cyrus Cylinder. Yeah, I mean Jay, this guy doesn't agree with you. He says that he doesn't think Durkarnane is Cyrus of Persia because Cyrus elected pagan temples in Cyrus Cylinder. So, I mean, Jay, do you have any comments on that, or do you want, or you know what? Let me just briefly. I don't agree with Emmy and Jay on this. I think the Quran is referring to. Yeah, I don't agree with Emmy and Jay. I think the identity of Dhul-Qarnayn is like a moot point. Like it's somebody in Jewish history who wore a hat with two horns, but the identity is not covered because I don't think like the point of the story is like if you read the context of the Quran chapter 18, the Jews were asking questions and the Quran
36.
answered their questions. You know, like I don't think the identity of Dhul-Qarnayn is a big deal for Islam. The Quran is just like answering their questions to prove that Muhammad was not the Prophet Muhammad was not making
Okay.
up the Quran because he didn't have that information at hand. But I'm sorry, MJ. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So what? So whom, in your opinion, would be Dhul-Qarnayn, or you just don't care?
At one point I made a video refuting David Wood, and then I said in that video it's probably Alexander the Great, and the reason why I said that is because like nobody in history was associated with Gog and Magog other than Alexander the Great. But as time went on, like
Okay.
I don't know what the identity of Dhul-Qarnayn really is. I
Okay.
don't know, so I don't want to confuse people and say it's Alexander the Great. I did
Yeah.
2 years ago responding to David Wood, but now I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm sorry, MJ. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my position is that it has to be Cyrus because Cyrus is a significant figure in Cyrus of Persia was a significant figure in the Old Testament, and he was acknowledged as a monotheist, by the way. So in regards to the comment saying that Cyrus erected pagan temples in the Cyrus Cylinder, I think you will need to elaborate more on this because I've not come across this information before. Okay, so I wouldn't know, but what I know for a fact is that Cyrus was a monotheist. He was a follower of Zoroaster, but he was a monotheist. I believe that this was back when Zoroastrianism was still monotheistic. So yeah, so it will make sense for Cyrus to be a monotheist, and he helped the Jews to build the second temple. So what evidence do you need to prove that Dhul-Qarnayn may have been Cyrus? By the way, I'm not saying of course there's nothing can be certain. I'm just saying that Cyrus of Persia may be Dhul-Qarnayn based on the data that we have currently. If there is any new data uncovered in the future which may point to someone else or may actually reconfirm that Alexander the Great was indeed Dhul-Qarnayn, I would have no problems accepting that. But for now, the data seems to point to Cyrus of Persia being Dhul-Qarnayn. Yeah, that's my position. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I disagree. I mean, Jay, because he wasn't associated. Cyrus of Persia was never associated with Gog and Magog. But I can see where you're coming from. But I don't. The problem is the Gog and Magog was never associated with Cyrus of Persia. It was always associated with Alexander the Great. So there is a flaw in your theory. But if you hold that theory, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, the flaw can actually be resolved by, can be rectified by saying that perhaps this information has been written out of the Bible and therefore or not, or maybe the sources Cyrus of Persia with Alexander the Great. Okay, so it may have been a confusion or some sort of corruption that may have caused this to happen. So we don't know for sure. But yeah, so I mean, it can always be rationalized, right? But like I said, don't presume that just because I'm saying right now that Dhul-Qarnayn is Cyrus of Persia, it means it's gospel truth, 100% true. Because I'm just saying this based on the data that we have. So if this data changes, then I will have no problems revising this opinion in the future. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't want to dwell too much on it. I think, Jay has some good points. I don't 100% agree with him, but I think he does have some good points here. But I'm just going to leave it at that. So, I'm not trying to cause controversy here. I have a different.
Yeah, we can always agree to disagree, like I said
Exactly,
yesterday,
exactly.
right? So we can always agree. Yeah.
Exactly. Like let's just get back to being Muslim apologists. That's all this channel's about. Just us being Muslim apologists. Us, against the psychopath and the wife beaters and the Anthony Rogers of the internet. Just, like our crusade against the wife
I
beaters
I
and the
actually came.
crooks.
Is it true? Is it true that Anthony Rogers was in prison before? Because I came
Yeah, yeah,
across
yeah.
this
He
information or
robbed
something.
he robbed a 7-Eleven and he was in prison and he was converted in prison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he robbed a 7-Eleven at
Oh no.
gunpoint.
Oh, okay.
His
That
nickname is
explains
Crook.
why Sheikh Uthman called him a crook. Yeah, crook.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why Sheikh Uthman called him a crook. I always wondered about that. I didn't know why Sheikh Uthman called him that. But yeah. So that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
crook.
he robbed the 7-Eleven and then he robbed him. He was supposed to run out, but he didn't. Like his partner like betrayed him and he ran out of the store and he left Anthony Rogers there and Anthony Rogers got arrested. So like Anthony Rogers went down for the crime and his partner like got away. So it's a pretty screwed up story.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's a pretty funny story about how it all happened. And I remember George Saig wanted me to debate Anthony Rogers. I'm like, hell no, man! I'm not wasting my time with that slop.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, he's even more. He's just as disgusting as Sam Shamoon. Just as.
I haven't actually gone into the crook stuff, but I think there was one particular video which I reacted to. Is actually on my channel. Yeah, there was some misconceptions there about Islam which I responded to. Yeah, but I didn't dwell on it much. Yeah, I haven't dwelt on it much since. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, Anthony Rogers isn't that. He debated Shabir Ali. It was Anthony Rogers and Shabir Ali debated in 2020, I
Oh,
believe.
he did.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shabir
he
Ali
did.
versus
Oh, that's
Anthony
news.
Rogers. Yeah.
That's Oh, okay. I'm going to Google that and I'm going to check that on YouTube. Is it on
Yeah,
YouTube?
it's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up. Yeah.
And then everybody was like, "Oh wow, Anthony Rogers completely crushed Shabir Ali," and they didn't even watch the debate. They were like, "Oh, Anthony Rogers destroyed Shabir Ali. Shabir Ali was annihilated." I'm like, "You guys didn't even watch the debate. Like, what the hell are you guys talking about, man?" They always do that. They always like declare victory. Oh, Sam Shamoon destroyed. Anthony Rogers
Yeah,
destroyed. I'm like, you guys aren't even like watching the
yeah,
whole.
they did they did the same thing to me with the debate that happened 2 days ago. Even though for me it was a tie. It
They're
wasn't
just bots.
decisive because because they didn't engage with our points, and unfortunately from our side we couldn't even we couldn't touch on their points as well. So it was more of a tie. You see, yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's so annoying. They did that with me and like Sam Shamoon. Like they were like, "Oh, Sam Shamoon destroyed him." I'm like, "You guys didn't even. You're not even like listening to what I'm saying. You're just declaring. You're just declaring Sam Shamoon the victor without even like understanding my counter arguments.
Yeah,
So
y-
ridiculous.
you know,
Man.
you know what this makes me wonder. Why is it that these people are so obsessed over debates, and why are they so concerned about who wins or who loses? Because no matter who wins or who loses, it doesn't determine whether Islam is true or whether Christianity
Yeah,
is
it
false.
doesn't.
You
It
see,
doesn't like.
so it's just a debate, and debates is a matter of convincing the audience and those watching it. If you think that the other side has a stronger argument, then you'll be swayed by it personally, but it doesn't affect the religion overall. So even if I debate well and I can refute every single point that anyone makes against Islam, it still doesn't it still won't change the fact that Christianity is will be there, will always be there, and it will still not be able to convince people to leave Christianity in droves and make Christianity self-destruct. Although personally I wish I could do that, but yeah, it's just a few debates will not change the whole will not determine truth and will not change the whole structure of a religion. So even if they say, oh, Islam loses this, Islam loses that, oh, Islam is defeated here, Islam will always be around. He has been around for the past 1,500 years. So why do they think that one debate could destroy a 1,500-year-old religion? You see?
Yeah, it's ridiculous how like Sam Shamoon like thinks and stuff like that. He's like, "Oh, you have to go to a debate to win," and he's like saying all these like ridiculous things. I'm like, Shabir Ali said it right. He's like, "Who cares who wins the debate? It's about like getting the point across." So like, who cares who wins the debate?
Exactly. Yeah.
Shamoon shouts and screams and thinks he's winning by shouting and screaming, getting all emotional. Then he's
Mm.
not the person to engage with. At least David Wood like knows how to behave and he knows how to like be
Yeah.
quiet when it's not his
Exactly.
time to talk.
Yeah.
So I gotta,
Exactly.
I
The
gotta.
reason why, the reason, yeah.
No, go
Yeah,
ahead, go ahead. I'm
the
sorry.
reason why I get involved, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so the reason why I got into debates or I get into debates is because I wanted to put my point across and to show that Islam has the answers to the things that they raise. So it's not about winning or losing, at least not for me. So I don't understand why people seem to think that if they think that they if they scream better than me or they do ridiculous antics better than me, it means that they are winning or whatever. So I really don't get why they think this is some sort of victory or whatever it is that goes through their heads. You see, so debating is not about winning or losing. It's always about giving the best possible arguments for your position, and to convince the audience which is the best argument that has been provided. So, and to make decisions for themselves personally. So it's not about. So again, it's not about winning or losing. So these Christians are so obsessed about winning or losing that they go around screaming, "Hey, we won the debate!" Blah blah blah, and and Islam is still here.
Or they'll take a 3-hour debate and just like they'll take a 3-hour debate out of context and clip like 12 minutes of it and say, yeah, Sam Shamoon destroyed, etc. I'm like if you
Yeah,
take
that's what
out
they're
of
doing to me
context,
now. I know. Yeah, if you, I don't know whether you noticed some of the videos that has been circulating. They took some of the things that I said during the debate and they cut it up and they took it out of context and then they call it debate highlights. But it was a 2 hour long debate. So and the video was only like 15 minutes. So they pretty much left out a lot of points there.
oh, I see.
They're just a bunch of bots.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of sore losers, you see. So they cannot give it. I mean, during the debate, in fact, in the opening statement of the debate that I had against Apusi and Dog Logic, I proposed 5 criterion to determine a religion's truth, and I demonstrated that Islam met all these criterion. None of these criteria were addressed. They did not even mention it. Yeah. So why did they not
Yeah, for
mention it?
them, it's the one who
That's the
screams
thing.
loudest.
Yeah, for them,
sorry?
it's the one who has the most funniest antics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't reason with those people. Like they don't know how to like. At least David Wood knows how to behave in debate. So I'll give.
That's why Scam Shamoon wins all the time, because he screams the loudest, insults the loudest, and does everything loud and
Yeah,
wild.
yeah. The
exactly.
guy is totally the white beater is the white beater is a totally disgusting excuse for a human being.
I know, like it was so like I remember meeting Sam Shamoon live. Like I met him in person. He was so like I remember he came up to me and he gave me a hug. I'm like, what are you doing, man? I don't want to hug you. And then he smelled like
Ew, that's disgusting. I hope you did. I hope you did istinja after that. Yeah, you should have.
Oh no, they don't.
Yeah.
No. I told George Sayek, I'm like, dude, like I don't want this guy touching me, man. Like it's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, he even
don't want
hugged
to
Sheikh
go near
Usman,
him.
and then
Yeah, I
after
wouldn't
that,
even
he's
want-
insulting Sheikh Usman.
Yes,
He was
exactly.
insulting
Yeah,
Sheikh.
I mean,
He-
I saw
he
the
was
videos.
shaking.
Yeah, before he met Sheikh Uthman, he was making videos insulting Sheikh Oman, and he was bragging about it, and he was saying, "Oh, if I meet you, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to, refute your arguments, blah blah blah." But then when he met Sheikh Uthman in person, he was hugging Sheikh Uthman, and then he ran away.
Yeah, he ran away.
Yeah, he ran away. Literally, he ran away. I was like, "Wow, this guy is really a big talker. All talk and all bark and no bite at all."
Yeah, it made me
Like I
very
say,
uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I mean,
yeah,
go ahead.
like I say, he's the yeah, like I said, he's a disgusting excuse for a human being. He shouldn't be in apologetics. I don't understand why the Christians revere him, and they elevate him to some
I'm
sort of
sorry.
godhood, almost close to godhood. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Actually,
to interrupt,
you
but
know what I heard? I heard he has like a criminal record. Him, Anthony Rogers, and David Wood, they have criminal records, right? So,
Yeah.
like, if you in America, if you have a criminal record, you can't get a job. It's very difficult getting a job if you have like a convicted felony on your record. So that's why
Oh,
David Wood can't get a
okay.
job, or Anthony Rogers, they can't. That's why they do ministry work.
But that doesn't explain how was it possible for David to get a PhD. I mean, do they allow PhDs
I
for
don't know
6 months or
that
no, they allow felons to take PhDs. They allow them.
That's sorry, what?
Do they allow this?
Go ahead.
Yeah, they allow them.
Sorry, brother.
They allow
Right.
them. They don't stop any felon from proper education. I don't think so. Even from jail.
Okay. Yeah, but if let's say if David did indeed get his degree and if felons are not allowed to get a job, then what was the point of getting the PhD then?
For the ministry, for clout, money.
Okay, maybe
Validation.
that makes sense. But
no, I think you can you'll go to school if you have. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead,
So
brother.
he's doing it for validation. That's it.
No, like in America, you can still go to a university if you have a criminal record. It's very difficult. Like if David Wood wants to apply to a job, like let's say he wants to work at Microsoft or if he wants to work at I don't know PlayStation Studios or
the guy
Netflix,
has six
he
sons, you
can't
know
get that job
Yes,
because he
yes,
has a
Large family with six
yes.
sons.
Oh, he has a degree in sorry, he has a PhD in philosophy. He should be getting an academic job, by the way. Yeah, at a
No.
university
Like
somewhere.
look
But he
how
did not,
look how attention hungry he is. He gave up a university teaching job just so he can annoy people on YouTube.
No, the guy's nuts, man. Yeah. He's
He is
such
nuts.
an
Like,
idiot.
I don't know
Yeah.
which university will
Yeah.
take him in because the guy has a record of murders, assault his father, so they're not gonna take any risk with him that he's gonna assault the students, something to the girls over there. They're not gonna take that risk, and he knows that, and he has 6 sons to feed. He has to pay the bills. Now, how he's gonna do it with these antics, with this histrionics, and that's just it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And same,
But by the way,
like this guy, he sits in his mom's kitchen. He doesn't have a job and he can't get one. I mean, look at him. He's sitting in his mom's kitchen all the time.
I don't know whether it was his mom's kitchen though, but I have a question, by the way. I know maybe either of you can answer that. Someone mentioned about the wife beater having a criminal record. Is that true? I mean, I didn't find anything of the sort about him. Yeah.
He has assault charges on him, right?
Yeah, there's assault charges on him, and that's what I heard. I heard from like Nader Ahmad that he does have a criminal. That Shamoon does have a criminal record, and I don't know, like Nader Ahmad,
Okay.
he's not always like the most trustworthy source, so I have to take it with a grain of salt. But it does make sense because Shamoon has no life. He has like no life other than, even before
Yeah, he doesn't even have it. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, he never had a real job. Yeah, he never had a real job, did he? Yeah.
All of these haters, they're all losers. You'll see that. Across the board, you'll see that all of these haters, all of them are losers. They never got a job. And I don't care which party it is. It's the far-right Nazi party anywhere. All of them are a bunch of losers who never had a serious job or any good career. We're talking about no worthy achievement to their name at any time in their lives. All of them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I
That's nowhere. Yeah.
And look at their head honcho. I mean, Hitler, like that guy was a failed artist.
I'm sorry. What? Say that again. What?
And their head honcho, Hitler, he was a failed artist. And
Hitler.
Yeah.
He was an artist. Yeah, he was an artist. Yeah, he wanted to take architecture, but I think he failed or something like this.
Yeah, he failed.
So he wanted to. Yeah, he failed his exams. He wasn't good. I mean, when I look at Hitler's paintings, it wasn't that bad. But maybe at the time there were better people than him. Unfortunately, so he was born in the wrong era. So unfortunately, his drawings were not good enough for the academy. So he had to end up selling paintings on the street and drawing postcards and so on. Paintings on postcards and so on. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he was also very much a
but
Christian. You see, one of his paintings is of the baby Jesus with his mother Mary. Have you seen that painting?
oh, I have not seen that painting. The ones that I
Yeah, you
saw
need to
were
see
of
it.
landscapes and of
Yeah,
buildings.
see the
Yeah.
painting of baby
Oh, okay.
Jesus by Hitler, and there's another painting, not a painting, but a photograph of his where he's coming out of a church. He was a very devout Christian, by the way.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't know this. Yeah. I mean, I only saw paintings of him. Sorry, paintings that he painted of buildings and landscapes. Yeah. And you can actually find
So,
this on eBay. They are actually being auctioned on eBay. Yeah.
No
yeah,
way.
so
No way. Hitler paintings?
Yep. Hitler paintings. Yep. He
oh,
paints. He was a painter. He was a painter. He was an
oh.
artist of sorts. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
so when they talk of,
that is very crazy.
yeah,
You didn't know this?
No, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know. I didn't know like they're
Uh,
like auctioning off like Hitler's paintings. You know, it's
yeah,
probably
they are. They are. They are. You can look it up on eBay. I think that there are a few of them. Yeah.
yeah, so they basically need to pull a few good stunts and histrionics and dramatics, to pay the bills and all this stuff. That's why they do what they do, but we have to fight hate with love, and we have to fight disinformation with education. And uh, Look, they're not going to stop because they know far too well that hate sells all too well. Like they know that all too well, that hate sells well. Sad but true. So, but still, anyway, the sincere persons, when they see that we are approaching them with love, that we are approaching them with instead of hatred, and that we are approaching them with education instead of disinformation, so they will uh, naturally be inclined to gravitate towards us, those who have a love for the truth, those who have any goodness in them. So this is why I'm saying to you guys repeatedly over and over again, like this is their flagship argument that they have, that this whole thing, this Islamic dilemma thing, and everyone seems to be pushing it these days. And so we can turn it on them very easily. We can just say that, look, Quran confirms the Bible and the Bible confirms Islam. Okay? And we can say it in a very nice way. And those people who are hungry for the truth, they will see through these, lies and evangelize. They will see the truth for what it is, and inshallah, they will come towards us. So we need to, instead of a confrontational approach, I strongly think that we should take a more accommodating approach, and so that the good ones among them, they get drawn towards us and they see the light.
yeah. I agree. I agree. But you're the problem with people like David Wood and like his cronies are they're just wasting everybody's time now. Like
Yeah,
they're just wasting everybody's time. And a pussy like ripped up the Quran because I called him a pussy because he is a pussy. But he ripped up the Quran, and we know it's a drama queen, attention seeking antic.
yeah, so I'm not saying that we should show them any love or anything. They don't deserve it, and instead we should ignore them, and rather we should talk in general, like this whole Islamic dilemma thing, like it's a desperate. And hey, one very interesting factor, I think the reason why they really do it, like one reason that never gets discussed, is that look, for years and years and years, they've been bringing up these so-called, scientific errors in the Quran, these errors in the Quran, these errors in the Hadith, and they have all been answered. And not only have they been answered, they have, the Muslim apologists and da'is like Sheikh Ahmad Didat, they have pointed out to innumerable blunders in the Bible. So basically, they are running scared, and they don't want to answer these.
Actually, you wanna you brought up an interesting point. You want to know what's interesting? Like
Yeah.
David Wood and Sam Shamoon and Anthony Rogers, all those guys, they don't want to debate scientific errors in the Bible. They don't want to debate
Wow.
that topic. Did you know
Wow.
that? Yeah, they don't want to debate that topic because they know
Yes, and
they'll get
and this
crushed.
is and this is why they push this Islamic dilemma thing, so that they can just shut us up without us having discussed their Bible errors. So here's the thing: like first they poke the bear by insulting the Quran, by claiming that as errors, and when we point out the errors of the Bible, right, they say, "Oh, Quran confirms the Bible."
Yeah, they don't want to address those points. They don't want to defend their own Bible. They just want to throw everything on us.
Cope, cope, cop out and a cope. I mean, it's a cope and a cop out. Yeah, so anyway, we can ignore clowns and just try to build a rapport with the sincere ones among them. There are quite a few, so we can show them in a nice way that look, all of this is a bunch of nonsense. Like I've given you a few points in the comment section. I hope you guys will make videos on this quite soon. And there's also more stuff on this. Like I've researched this topic quite deeply, so always feel free to reach out to me. Like I have my own page and community page. You can just chime in anytime you like to discuss this issue. So
Oh, you have your own YouTube channel?
and it's not a channel, it's just a page, you can say. I mean, but I do have the community and I have no Discord listed on that, so you can just hop right in and chime in anytime you like, you guys, on especially on this issue for collab. Anything. Like I can give you a few useful points on this which don't get discussed.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely link it to the. You know what? Just leave your thing on the comments, and I'll post it on the.
Actually, they get deleted. You post the page and all. You can just basically click on my nickname and you'll go to my page, and from there you'll find Discord and the community page and all that stuff, good stuff. And another guy who has done very good talk on this, like I think it was a very convincing answer. Like this is an answer like I've never seen before. If I remember correctly, Dean Response. Have you heard about that guy?
Who?
Dean Response.
I don't think I heard of him. No.
Okay, so
Yeah,
in
Dean
one-
Response. Yeah, I've heard of him. I've seen
Yeah,
his
yeah.
videos. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he
Dean
had this
Response. Yeah,
same
he's quite
Islamic
an
dilemma thing. He had the
I mean,
same
Jay, you
Islamic dilemma
back
thing.
you back from your bathroom break?
I've always been here. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he made a very good point. I think he raised Matthew 24 and something. So and he basically destroyed that, that clown who's that guy, Chris. That Chris guy, like, oh my god, he is such a disgrace.
Oh,
Anyway,
the Chris guy. Yeah.
yeah. So
Chris
Dean
is like
Response,
the Chris is like the British version of I would say like a British version of
Loser.
Jay Smith somewhat. Or maybe-
loser.
Yeah, to me that
Simple
is
loser. Okay, anyway, so
Chris. To me he
he brought up
behaves similarly to yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so he brought up a very good point. Dean Response, like one way to shut down these apologists is that Matthew 24, I think it was Matthew 23, I will post that in the comment section later on, where Christ, peace be upon him, says in the Bible that you have to follow each and every order of the Pharisees. Like I think this is what he was saying. Whereas in another place, Christ, peace be upon him, he says that these guys, they are liars and hypocrites and, they play games with the law and all. So in one place, he's saying that you should follow all their orders, round about that. And then in another place, he's saying that they play games with the law and they are liars and hypocrites. So he's saying that this order of Christ, peace be upon him, that you should follow all the orders, is it an absolute command or should it be seen in context? So that Chris guy, he replied, it should be seen in context and the wrong stuff they say, it should not be followed. To this, Dean Response replied, then why are you not so charitable towards the Quran when it says that Quran confirms the Bible? Like that be double standards, right? If you adopt one standard, accommodating standard for the gospel, Matthew 24, and you adopt a different standard for the Quran. I think this was a very good argument. I'll post it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is
And
that
post.
you?
Yeah, that's me. I just wanted to
so-
test. Something. Yeah.
All
so
right.
this is-
Yeah, we know M&J is
Yeah, go
eating
ahead.
his noodles. Yep, he's eating his Malaysian noodles, so that's why he keeps muting.
I'm not
Because when
I'm
he
not
eats-
eating anything at all. I haven't taken my
When he eats the Malaysian
haven't taken-
noodles, he's like, "Oh yeah."
funny enough.
Malaysian stuff.
Yeah, but no, I'm not eating anything.
I would really
Yeah,
love
go
to
ahead,
visit
brother.
Malaysia.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
please do.
No,
please
you
do.
were saying something? Yeah, go ahead. Who was saying something? You were saying something?
Yeah, I was just saying that I really love Malaysia. I think it's a cool country. I would love to visit someday.
Have you been to Malaysia?
No.
Yeah, you should come here, inshallah.
Yeah, inshallah.
Hey, do they have like
Yeah,
bullet trains in Malaysia, or is that Japan?
not we do we are planning to have one. We are planning to have a high speed rail, we call it, but it's still in its planning stages. It's still being discussed. It was supposed to have been started in 2020, but because of COVID, it was halted. It was scrapped, and then in 2023, I think it was revived again. The plan was revived again, and it's still under discussion. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely want to head up to Malaysia. Like that's on my bucket list. You know, get on a plane and go to Malaysia. But I
Yeah, you
can't
should.
because of work.
Yeah.
I can't go right now because of work, and I got some personal like family stuff I got to take care of. But like, yeah, I would love
Of
to go
course,
there
of
one
course.
day. Yeah, I would love to go there
Yeah,
one
why
day
not? Because
and watch Emmy and
inshallah,
Jay
yeah.
do sumo wrestling. Because we all
You're
know that.
confusing Malaysia with you're confusing Malaysia with Japan. We do not have sumo wrestling in Malaysia. Okay, we don't have that sport in Malaysia. Yeah.
Get out of here! You don't got sumo wrestling. What do you guys do? What do you play? What do you play for sports?
We have football, soccer, we have badminton, we have hockey, we have volleyball perhaps, but not it's not that popular. We have other sports, but definitely not sumo wrestling.
Oh man, like I would kill to
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
Emmy
Soccer
and Jay.
soccer is our number one sport, by the way. Yeah, soccer is our most popular sport. Although the national team may not necessarily be performing that well, but soccer is like across the board. Everyone loves soccer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I played tennis in high school, and I play volleyball sometimes. That's like the only sport I can play. Like one time,
Yeah,
some black.
believe it or not, during my primary years, I used to be a very active sportsman. So I played a lot of sports, when I was younger. But then when I went to secondary, I was introduced to the world of computers, and then I became pretty much a geek, computer geek, and then and then after that, I just gave up on sports, and I haven't played active sports since.
Are you in digital marketing by any chance?
Do what?
I'm asking the Muslim apologist, are you in digital marketing by any chance?
You heard of SEO?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yes, I'm doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Good.
Yeah, that's my career. That's my career. See, I wish I could be a full-time apologist, but unfortunately, being a Muslim doesn't bring in the dough, so it doesn't bring in any
Yeah.
mullah. Okay, so we are not like David Wood and those people who get thousands of dollars each time they open their mouths about Islam. Even if I were to say something about Christianity, there's nothing that comes to me. So unfortunately, I have to make a living. So yeah, digital marketing is my field of work, my profession, my daytime job. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a life unlike these apologists.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm actually working right now. You see, yeah, I'm actually in the middle of work. So I'm just here because Etesham was on my channel yesterday, so just returning the favor.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. No. Every time we have the Malaysian teddy bear, we appreciate it. Every time you got to give us some pointers here and there.
Yeah. That being said, I may have to leave soon because there's some things here I need to do.
Yeah. Same here.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I wish I have time to play my PlayStation 5. I have not touched my PlayStation 5 for some time. You see, the only people who touch my PlayStation are actually my son or my nephews if they come here. Yeah, I don't have the time to play PlayStation 5. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man,
Yeah.
Jay. Wow, you disappoint me. I mean, Jay, you disappoint me.
Yeah. I mean, I can't. I have more important things to do than to worry about games and to worry about. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to even worry about the wife beater, even his polemics especially. But that's how it is.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares about Sam Shamoun. He's like in his kitchen bitching and
No,
whining.
I mean his arguments specifically, not really about the person per se. It's more about his arguments, yeah. And also, yeah, even Doc Logic's arguments are starting to become popularized. We have to deal with that too eventually. So yeah, this upcoming Christian polemicists are really raking in the mullah, so to speak, with their new innovative allegations against Islam. Yeah.
They're just sticking to this one, I think. I mean, as far as I can see, like this, their flagship argument. And basically, what I want to say is that we really need to take
Yeah.
the approach of Sabil Ahmed. You must have heard of him, Dr. Sabil Ahmed.
Yeah.
Like, he has a very accommodating approach, and we should need to take that. And this is basically, I think, also the approach in the Quran, where
Yeah.
Allah, he calls upon these Christians and Jews and says that, I think I don't remember correctly, but we have a lot of common, something like that, along those lines. I'll get that verse. So we also need to take
Okay.
that, and all these haters and debaters, like they try to create a divisive issue, like as if it's there's a lot of differences between the Bible and the Quran, whereas nothing can be further from the truth. Whereas I have told you, like Islam itself, the Quran and the Bible are thought on the same page, basically on key doctrinal theological issues, including crucifixion. So this is what you need to impress upon. Like there are a lot of Christian folks watching it. This is what you need to impress upon them, and then this is what you need to put into context. Like Quran confirms the Bible, so it's basically confirming the usefulness of the Torah and the Gospels for true monotheism, pure monotheism, proving that and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's right. That's
so
right.
I'll stay in touch with you guys on this issue. You'll find me hanging around in the comment section, and also I hope there'll be a bit of collaboration on this, and you can also hop over to my community page and my Discord that I have on my channel. So I hope that
brother.
I'm sorry.
Brother, can you share? Can you share your community? Yeah, can you share your community page link on, please?
Yeah, look, I can't share it because it will be deleted. Basically, you can click on my nickname, and there you'll go to my page, and from my page you can see the community tab.
All right. Okay. All right.
I'll post it in the description box below. But yeah, guys, we're almost 2 hours in. I mean, Jay, you have to go. I probably have to go too.
Yeah, I have to work. Yeah, I have to go now.
I look forward to future collaboration on this, inshallah.
I'm sorry.
Inshallah.
So I'm saying that I hope to have future collaboration with you guys on this, inshallah, in the future.
Yeah, I'll do more.
Yeah, and but
inshallah.
Yeah, I'll do more live
by the way,
streams. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
By the way, brother Umair, do come to my channel and have a look. Yeah, and you can come onto my live streams too. Yeah, subscribe to it.
Okay,
so don't forget to do that.
Yeah, so I will look out for the live streams, but unfortunately, I'm kind of busy. So I'll be doing more like on this comment section and community page. I hope you can come on my Discord.
I'll do that.
Try to follow you guys.
I'll try to find the
I will try to follow you guys on your videos, inshallah, because I have been doing it for quite a while, but in the middle I got busy and had to leave it off, and I'll have to go back.
I don't know. Emmy and Jay is kind of busy being, a player and a Malaysian teddy bear. And Emmy and Jay has his own cooking show where he cooks Malaysian food for like people to.
No, I don't, man.
Yeah. He has his own secret like Discord on cooking Malaysian food. It's called Emmy and Jay.
I wish I did.
Yeah, it's called Emmy and Jay Cookout, where he teaches like white people how to make Malaysian food, and
sure. I wish I did. Yeah. Right. Okay. Anyway, I'm leaving you guys now, and sorry for having to.
No. Go ahead. If you gotta leave, you gotta leave. Yeah, go ahead.
You guys again. Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Okay.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. Yeah. Assalamualaikum. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man, it's hitting two. It's gonna hit the 2 hour mark soon.
I'm sorry.
So it's gonna hit the 2 hour mark soon.
Yeah. I probably gotta get going because this has been going on way too long. I was gonna end it within by an hour, but you're almost at 2 hours now. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the last thing I wanted to say is that okay, you'll find me hanging around the comments section, maybe inshallah. But here's the thing, like this YouTube, it is so annoying. It deletes comments. I don't know for mysterious reasons. Like I just don't get it. Just keeps deleting them. I mean, it's just no point in writing any detailed answer or insight or anything because I just know that there's a minimum 50-50 chance it will be deleted. So
Yeah,
I
I don't
hope
know. I can't comment on that because that never happened to me. But I'll leave your page in the comments or the description.
so. Be sure to say salam on my Discord. I hope to see you around here.
Yeah, definitely. I'll leave everything in the description box when when we both log out or when I end this stream. But yeah, thanks for coming, SM Noir. Or your insights were appreciated, or your comments were appreciated here.
Thank you so much, Jazakallah khair. And yeah, I have been following you for quite a while, and I think maybe you remember some comments, maybe, but in the middle I left off because of got busy and all. But anyway, I hope to see you around later. Okay,
Yeah,
inshallah.
definitely. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I'm just gonna end this right now
Yeah,
because
Jazakallah, Jazak.
yeah, no problem.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, have a good night. Okay, I'm just gonna wait till SM Noir leaves the room, and then I'm going to give some closing comments, and then this will end the stream. So I'm just gonna wait
Okay.
till.
Wait. Sorry, there's someone here in my private chat. He's asking about Surah 9, verse 29.
Yeah,
So
just
I'm just
ignore him. Just ignore him.
okay. Like he's just picking
Yeah,
up.
I don't know. I don't know what his. Oh, we got Rob Muslim here. Salam. Oh, sorry, Rob Muslim. I'm ending the stream right now. We just you just missed MENJ. You just missed Muslim Apologist. He was on here and he left. So yeah, I'm sorry, Rob Muslim. I'm ending the stream in like less than 4 minutes. So okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you should have came on like an hour ago or like an hour and a half ago. We had a good time. Me and MENJ and SM Noir. We had a good time. We were talking
Okay, so
about
yeah, so nice seeing you. Then I'll take my leave. Then. Thank you very much. Jazakallah.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. Yeah. I'm just gonna wait till he leaves. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so this is a. I won't join anyway. I'm camera shy. Well, you don't need your camera on. You can just have your what you would call it, your little avatar or whatever on. So yeah, thanks for joining another session of Answering Christians 1. The Answering Christians 1 live stream. I had a good time with MENJ and the other guest you just saw. So thanks for joining, and I will start doing this more regularly. I'll do this like every week. I'll try to do like 2 live streams every week, and I'll try to like announce it beforehand so people know beforehand that I'm doing this, and people can probably join or have a better chance of joining, because if I announce this beforehand, then people will know about it beforehand and people will join, or hopefully more people will join because they know like in advance that it's that I'm doing a live stream. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for my guests for coming on, and thank you for another good night of live streaming. So this is the Answering Christians 1 a live stream where all we do is talk about Islamic apologetics and make fun of Christian apologetics or Christian apologists and atheist critics of Islam. The eight pussies, the David Woods, and the Shamoons are constantly mocked and made fun of on this channel. So if if you want to make fun of these guys, or if you hate these guys like we do, this is the channel for you. This is the Answering Christian Fun live stream coming to an end. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. And remember, stay away from a pussy.